NHC, and by extension, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, we are very, very happy to partner with the East Coast Housing Development Limited on the construction of 2,400 homes for deserving families in St. Kitts.
What we are doing here is not building houses, we are building homes, as the Minister and the Prime Minister said rightly. When you look at the quality of work that we have produced, it's second to none. St. Kitts has not seen this type of technology before. Walls are loaded. Normally, conventionally, you have the walls and then you put the concrete roof. So you have a joining. With our system, you come up with the walls, the concrete is filled and it comes over the roof into the other side. So there's continuity. Yet still we have sealant, we have sealed the roof also. And we are ensuring that it doesn't leak or whatever have you.
You could take two-story and it's a solid concrete house. It's like a retaining wall. You have 16 inches apart, steel, horizontal and vertical, every 16 inches and every 10 inches. So basically the panel that they use is actually to hold the concrete, so it's like an extra support. So if you're asking me about the construction, yes, it's a good construction because it's strong, because all steel and concrete.
Because of the roof that we have, and this is not the conventional structure of roof. We have deck pan that we use, which is strong. We are saying that you can build on top. You could use continue to use our method, our technology, or you can also use the normal brick and mortar technology.
All my workers are locals in St. Kitts. I work with St. Kitts and Nevis people in the Federation. We have very good contractors in St. Kitts. I know them capable to do the job.
Each house will come with a refrigerator, a stove, and a rooftop water heater. Every single of the 2,400 homes that we build will come with that. We are raising the standard of home ownership and home provision in the Federation.
We cannot wait to see the build out of these 2,400 homes, where 2,400 families will be very excited to call a place their own.
me to apologize for starting a bit late. Without further ado, I now invite you to stand. National anthem.
This morning for the handing over ceremony of this model home. We ask that your presence would be here in this ceremony. We pray that the Spirit of God would have full and divine control. We bless you for the government of this federation. We want to say thanks, God, for their endeavors in creating these homes. Pray that those who would receive them, they would be a blessing to them. So take the control of the ceremony. Bless everyone who have come today, and may your blessings rest upon this home. May the presence of God be experienced in this home. Bless the home. We're going to be dwelling with them. We ask in Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. You may be seated.
Allow me to adopt the protocol that would follow throughout the ceremony. The Honorable Dr. Terence Jew, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, National Security and Immigration, Health and Social Security. The Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Education, Youth, Social Development, Gender Affairs, Aging and Disability. The Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Marine Resource, Entrepreneurship, Cooperatives, and Creative Economy. The Honorable Conaree Maynard, Minister of Public Infrastructure and Utilities, Transport, Information, Communication, and Technology and Post. The Honorable Senator Iseline Phillip, Junior Minister with the responsibility of Youth Empowerment, Social Development, Gender Affairs, aging, and disability. The Honorable Senator Garth Wilkin, Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs. We also wish to recognize His Excellency Ambassador Nelson Natter. We also wish to recognize Ms. Brenda Buncamp in the Ministry of Housing and Human Settlement. We also would like to mention and make recognition to Dr. Lionel Rollins, Advisor in the Ministry of National Security, Mr. Austin Edinburgh, Advisor in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mr. Valentine Lindsay, Special Advisor in the Ministry of Human Settlement. We also recognize Mr. Sean White, Chairman of the Board of Directors for NHC, and all other directors with us this morning. We recognize Ms. Janelle Rollins, General Manager of NHC. Special recognition to our East Coast developers, Mr. Brian Singh, Executive Chairman, East Coast Housing Development Limited. His invited guests, Mr. Anand Masaya, Director of East Coast Housing Development Limited, Mr. Derek Singh, Director of the ECHD, and his special guests, Mr. Ricky Prasad and Mistress Prasad, Mr. Philip Carter, the CFO of the Cable, Mr. Sheldon Mitchell, Acting CEO of the Cable, Ms. Eberna White, Country Manager, CIBC, CFIB. We also recognize among us our partners in the banking community, Mr. Terence Crosman, Managing Director, St. Kitts and Nevis Anguilla National Bank, and his colleagues. We recognize Ms. Janet Harris, CEO of the St. Kitts Cooperative Credit Union, Mr. Lawrenson Matthew, Manager of the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis, Mr. Wayne Woodley, TDC Financial Services, management and staff of the National Housing Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to be your host this morning. My name is Tamisha Fifield, and I am a staff in the admin department of National Housing Corporation. I now take this opportunity to invite Ms. Janelle Rollins, General Manager of NHC, to bring opening remarks.
Everyone, Madam Chair, allow me to adopt the protocol that was so ably established, but recognizing the Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Housing, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley. On behalf of the National Housing Corporation, it is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you here today for the East Coast Housing Development Limited handover ceremony of the smart homes to the government and people of St. Kitts. Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards redefining the landscape of housing development in our beloved nation. The smart homes we are here to celebrate represent the culmination of meticulous planning, dedication, and innovation aimed at revolutionizing the way we conceive, design, and construct residential dwellings. When we use the term smart, because we recognize that persons are mixing it up, when we use the term smart in the context of these homes, we are referring to more than just technological prowess. While these homes certainly incorporate advanced construction technologies, materials, and methodologies, their smartness extends beyond the digital realm to encompass a holistic approach to sustainability, efficiency, and a quality of life. The East Coast Housing Development Limited and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, the mandate is to create homes that not only meet the immediate housing needs of our citizens, but also set new benchmarks for the excellence in construction and design. These smart homes are testament to that vision. Through the integration of cutting-edge construction technologies, energy, efficient building materials, and environmentally conscious design principles, We have succeeded in creating homes that are not just structures, but living, breathing embodiments of innovation and progress. Moreover, these smart homes have been meticulously crafted to enhance the well-being and comfort of the inhabitants, offering features such as improved insulation, smart water management solutions, and enhanced safety measures to ensure a truly conducive living environment. As we gather here today to witness the formal handover of these homes to the government and people of St. Kitts, let us not only celebrate the physical structures themselves, but also the spirit of collaboration, ingenuity, and resilience that they represent. May these smart homes serve as beacons of hope and inspiration for generations to come, embodying the enduring values of progress, prosperity, and community. In closing, this is not the vote of thanks, mind you, but it will be remiss of me not to express my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to the realization of this remarkable achievement. From our dedicated team at the NHC to our esteemed partners, contractors, and stakeholders, your unwavering commitment and support have been instrumental in bringing this vision to life. And finally, I wish to congratulate all those the recipients of these new homes today, not just them, but their families and the communities on being the first to receive these homes. And as I might add, the SOL has just contacted me to let me know that they will donate the first 100-pound cylinder gas to the homeowners. Thank you very much for being here today. Enjoy the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you, Ms. Rollins. Before we move forward, please accept my apologies, Dr. Marcus Natter, CAPSEC, and please allow me to recognize Ms. Pamela Herbert Daniel, the country manager for Republic Bank, St. Kitts. I now take this opportunity to invite Mr. Brian Singh, Executive Chairman of the East Coast Developers Limited.
Morning, everyone. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, AG, other ministers, cabinet colleagues, PS, Chairman and Directors of East Coast, and also the NHC. I don't know where to start because the first two speakers said everything I wanted to say. They spoke about the resilience and everything else as regards to the whole proposal that we had before the government. So all is left for me basically is to say, as regards to what the entire process is. When we started here initially to have discussions with Dr. Hanley and his team, of the chairman of the NHC, it wasn't easy in the sense that our proposal was broad spec, and we were trying to deliver what they never had before because of the new technology. But I must say, Dr. Hanley is one of the toughest negotiators I ever met in my life. For you all who don't know, the previous square footage for the one bedroom was 450 square feet. The two bedroom was 862 square feet. And the three bedroom was 1,200. Between Chairman White and Dr. Hanley. Well, my arm is still hurting from the twist that they twisted over the couple of months. The one bedroom went up to 592. The two bedroom went up to 879. And the three bedroom went up to 1,288. Mind you, no additional cost. None whatsoever. What we did add though, we added a refrigerator, a 4-burner stove, which has now turned into a 6-burner stove, as you all witness when you do your tour, and the rooftop water heater, solar water heater. We're in the process of doing many more things.
But I want to say first, thanks to the entire team of the National Housing Corporation, without who we would not have been able to be here, I on this platform in relation to putting this thing together. You all will know we had a lot of naysayers of what it wasn't, and what it should be or couldn't be. And a little story, a lady came in here 2 days ago when we had the open house, and she said, I am here to see the paper wall. I said, okay, no problem, let's walk in. She said, can I pound the wall with my wrist? I said, no, use your head. She said, why? I said, because paper, as you said. And she did that, and she said, listen, I have to go to the doctor. Because she realized that the propaganda that was sold to her is not so. A lot of people now I see on Facebook, which I am not part of, my friends and my colleagues, the people who have been saying that the negative things are now saying positive things. And one man said, listen, I didn't want a home before, now I want 3. So I asked the question, 3 wives? He said, no, children. I just want to be sure. Chairman White taught me well. So again, I want to say that we had a lot of challenges in trying to train the locals in technology, which we have mastered now. Like in everything new, you have teething problems. So we are proud to be here, and based on the fact that some people wanted to know, what about the leaks? We want to explain that basically your walls are loaded with the two panels put together, and then steel inside, you had concrete, and it went up. So someone said, when it go up and you have to put your roof across. We said, no, the roof is not going across like that with the wall. The wall is loaded with the concrete, and it comes over the roof, and it comes down the other side. There's continuity, so there's no joining at the roof. We know that we stand by what we give, and we are saying that we give a 10-year structural warranty in our contract. And the AG will tell you, he wants to know if that was true. Many times he asks the question, is it true? We said it is there. And we stand by the product. We still add a sealant to the top for, I guess, comfort for the people who see that thing with the hole. But we are proud of what we did. I want to thank the board of directors of East Coast for the overwhelming support. This wasn't an easy task. We have come a long way. The technology is new to the Caribbean, but not new to China and Asia and those parts of the world. And I want to say that when I walk in the building while it was under construction, I was asking myself, all I know what it would look like, would it really look like that? And according to the Honorable Prime Minister, he said, Singh, you'll get me in trouble, you know. So I said, what? He said, this is not a low-income house. He said, this is a townhouse in Frigate Bay. How am I going to tell the people it's a low-income house? I said, one thing, the price remains the same. So at the end of the day, I spoke to the minister also. I know the above and beyond carpentry. And with the permission of the Prime Minister, he being the MP for the constituency, I asked that if we can take it over. And he gave me permission, which he started with the painting and repairs and whatever. Not that we're going to take it away from anybody else, but we are parting with whoever was there before to ensure it remains the way it's supposed to be. Our purpose in St. Kitts is tenfold. One is we know that COVID brought a lot of hardship to every country, every island in the Caribbean and worldwide. And we thought that, listen, this is a good economy. You all maybe don't know, but if you hear the discussions that has been had, and I'll tell you where, in Barbados, for instance, and they talk that, listen, this man is a genius. So I said, which man? So I thought they were talking about Jesus. So they said, Dr. Drew, based on the fact that he had the testicular fortitude to bring projects like this together for the benefit of the economy. Because I said that, listen, we have to promote the economic growth in the economy after COVID. What happens if you don't do that? So patience is the watchword. And I want to say, Prime Minister, thank you for the opportunity. As in everything else, we're not going to let you down. We try to go by excellence, and we know how you operate. And we know that you have your support of your cabinet. And we say at the end of the day, a lady asked me again, when you're coming to live, when you're coming in St. Kitts to live. So I told her, you didn't hear? She said, no. I said, I'm a Kittitian already. So I just wanted to let you all know that. I'm not leaving here. Because first thing they say when a developer comes in, he takes the money and go out. This developer stayed here. I want to recognize that even though it was said previously, I want to recognize my local bank, my bankers, Miss Ibrina White, country manager CIBC. That's to tell you how strong we are in the island. We are really here to stay. So I want to thank you to the Prime Minister, you and your cabinet, and everyone present for giving us the opportunity. So as we forge forward, we will see come April, at the end of April, we start in the full construction. I have a roll-up plan which I'll be given to the chairman, which he will be public knowledge after the fact. And no one will be left homeless within the next 4 years. What I can say to each and everyone, once you want a home, don't go to the media, go to NHC. Because at the end of the day, I said this, and I really have to quote something before I close. But I said this, I said, there's a formula you need to, when you want something. If you want to win the lottery, buy a ticket. So we say, go to NHC. NHC has partners with all the financial institutions to make it happen. And I know for a fact that the people at NHC very accommodating. I don't want to single out anybody, but they know who they are in NHC, who has partnered with us in more ways than one. And I said thank you to the head, the chairman and the GM. You all been very accommodating. And I said we have heard in the past in relation to what has been said about the project. And now we are getting praises. I'm told this morning that we have people who are now asking, you sure we can get a house? Even though we bad talk you before? We said labor is not about that. Labor is about inclusion. So somebody asked me, are you saying that labor alone will get a house? I said, no, not labor alone. She said, thank you very much. Can I have your name? So I said, why? She said, I want to come to you. I said, no, go to NHC. Talk to Ms. Hart. She's the person you talk to. If you can't get her, talk to the GM. If you can't get her, talk to the chairman. She said, I know the chairman personally. I said, I rest my case. I just want to say this because it's important. Sorry to keep you all back. My legal counsel is the one who sent me to be kind of late, so I have to blame him. Right. So when all this was going on, and everything was happening, I said to all those doubting Thomases who spoke out against this project, here we are today. Our actions have drowned out your words. And a word of advice, better to remain silent and be thought of a fool than to speak and to remove all doubts. And I say that because of what we had to go through. Prime Minister, your skin is thicker than mine, in more ways than one. And the chairman also, the GM, because I've had a lot of naysayers. If we was taking it, we wouldn't reach here today. I am proud to say today, this is East Coast. This is what we are made of. This is the quality we are made of. This is what we stand for, and this is what we're going to deliver, not today alone, for the 2,400 houses, and will turn into homes and beyond. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. We recognize and welcome the Honorable Marsha Henderson, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, International Transport, Employment, Labor, and Urban Development. Welcome. We also welcome Mr. Siobhan Douglas, the Chairman of the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis. We move right into, and I take this opportunity to invite the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister with the responsibility for human settlement.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tamisha Fifield, chairperson for today's activity. With your permission, I ask to adopt the protocol. It was an extensive one, but allow me, of course, to recognize the Honorable Prime Minister and my entire cabinet colleagues who are here with us this morning. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Settlement and Housing, Mrs. Brenda Boncamper. The National Housing Corporation Chairman, Mr. Sean White, and all of his board members. The General Manager of NHC, Ms. Jonelle Wallins, and staff. The homeowners, both here in Taylor's and Conaree, and we would then go to Taylor's. And of course, I recognize Mr. Brian Singh and his entire team. And of course, our biggest partners here, our financial representatives, our institution. I welcome each and every one of you. It is with great pleasure and pride that we gather here today for the handing over ceremony of our National Housing Corporation Smart Homes, built by East Coast Development Trinidad. This moment marks a significant milestone in our journey towards providing safe, sustainable, and technologically advanced housing for our citizens. The collaboration between our local contractors and East Coast Development Trinidad represents a golden opportunity. The introduction of the innovative concrete form technology is a game changer. It not only enhances the efficiency of construction, but also ensures the durability and resilience of these homes. I am heartened to see that many of our contractors have enthusiastically embraced this new approach, and you heard that coming out from Mr. Singh. They have participated in the initial training, learning the intricacies of the concrete form. Their commitment and dedication deserves our applause because this was a new technology, so let us give it up to the contractors who came forward for the training. Together we are shaping the future of housing in our nation. Let us take a moment to appreciate the homes we are delivering today. These 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom residences are more just than structures. They are havens for families. They have been meticulously designed to withstand disasters, ensuring the safety of our residents. But that's not all. These homes also allow for expansion on the top, providing families with the flexibility to grow without hassle. As we hand over the keys to these smart homes, let us remember that this is not just about bricks and mortar. It is about creating a better future for our people. These homes represent our commitment, to progress, innovation, and well-being of our citizens. In closing, I want to express my gratitude to East Coast Development Trinidad, our local contractors, Ambassador Leon Nelson for his guidance, Craft House for the amazing cupboards, TDC for outfitting the homes, and all those who have contributed to this remarkable endeavor. Special thanks to NHC Chairman and his Board of Directors, General Manager and her hard-working team, and Ram Supermarket for providing foodstuff for the families. I remember at the breaking of the ground, someone challenged me, and I'm happy to report that I am able to deliver on that challenge by getting the supermarket to donate foodstuff for our home owners. May these smart homes be filled with joy, laughter, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Congratulations to the two happy home owners, both here again in Conaree and in Taylors. Thank you again to all our locals who work on these homes in their areas of expertise as builders, plumbers, including a female worked on these homes. Laborers, the landscapers, whatever role you played, I say thank you. I must express my profound gratitude to our various financial agencies who will provide that financial support to families for home ownership. May these homes bring prosperity and happiness to all who reside within the walls. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. We now invite our Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Terence Jew, to the podium to bring brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Master. I want to take this opportunity to recognize my cabinet, of course, the Deputy Prime Minister of Housing, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. Want to recognize also the Honorable Conaree Maynard. Want to recognize our Royal Lady as well, the Honorable Masha Henderson, and to recognize the Honorable Samuel Duggins, the Honorable Garth Wilkin, the Honorable Iselin Phillip, our CABSEC, Dr. Marcus Natter, and His Excellency Natter Nelson, which is the other Natter ambassador, and our senior minister who have just arrived, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas. I also want to recognize, of course, Mr. Singh, who is representing East Coast this morning, and his team. I see members from his team. I want to recognize also the NHC General Manager, Ms. Janelle Rollins, and her team, who have been working so hard to make this a reality. But at the front here, we have the man who has been heading the board of the NHC, Mr. Sean White. And all those who have been involved, put your hands together for everyone. You know, I think that the goal or the task of creating a sustainable island state is somewhat daunting, especially when one thinks about all of the matters that have to be involved in order to transform and transform in quick order. We are out of time for getting there for a number of reasons. The climate change impact is not waiting on us, it is happening. And it means, therefore, that those who do not adapt will perish. It is actually a principle of nature. If the environment changes and you don't adapt, you will perish. And even though we are small, we are Talawa. We are not responsible for the climate change. However, what we are responsible for is how we respond. And we are responding in a way to say to the world that we are not looking for pity. We are looking for partnerships and solutions to deal with the scourge of climate change. Why is it so important? Why is it so important to build homes that we call smart homes? Environmentally smart homes, along with everything else. So that these new structures that we are building can withstand the scourge of climate change, whether it be the insidious changes or whether it be the acute changes such as stronger hurricanes and every other element of the weather that can affect us. So this is part and parcel in building out a sustainable island state. And so I want to thank my cabinet colleagues who have been on this journey, that in every area, whether it's a ministry, a sector, how can we transform it so that it can really withstand the changes that we are facing? Those that are man-made and those that are natural. And a combination thereof, of course. But I want to take this opportunity to highlight the Minister of Housing. Because we made a promise to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis that we will build 2,400 houses. We said to them that the houses will be stronger, that they will be able to withstand Category 5 hurricanes. We said to them that they will come with the opportunity for you to extend. We also say that they will come with basic appliances and cupboards and good tiling and all of the other amenities that would make a home fitting for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And we were doubted because if you were not in our position, you would doubt as well. If you were not in the position of East Coast, you would doubt as well. So those of us on the inside, even though the storm was raging on the outside, the storms of doubt and the storm of talking innuendos and the accusations that this is not possible, we did not respond in kind. We said that at the right time, the program and the houses will speak for themselves. And so today, the house will speak for itself, figuratively, of course, saying to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis that it is possible. But beyond delivering a house of this type, we also said that the house would be cheaper. So you're offering more at a lower cost. And we also say that the financial institutions will be more accessible to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to find the necessary funding. And so I want to thank the financial institutions who that have responded to the call to make sure that mortgages are accessible to our people so that they can build the house or buy the house that they would deem fit for them and their families. And so I say that it involves all of us building from a basic concept, building to that great goal of becoming a sustainable island state. When you look at the IMF report has said that it is possible. They look at the financials and they said that it is possible, even to the point where we can create a sustainable island state without the CBI program. I invite you to read the IMF report. Very, very critical. And I have been contacted by other countries, of course. You saw what the Vice President of the United States said when we were at COP28, that she's partnering with Dr. Terence Ju, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Kitts and Nevis to help in the energy transition and to become a sustainable island state. I received a letter from the British High Commissioner to our region just about a few days ago. And he said that Great Britain looked at St. Kitts and Nevis's plan and has determined that St. Kitts and Nevis has taken the bold step to become the first sustainable island state, and Great Britain wants to be a part of that. Hence, they sponsored in St. Kitts and Nevis a CARICOM or Caribbean workshop. So we are not just speaking because we can speak. We are speaking because it is possible, and we have worked to make it possible. But it cannot be done without you. And as I wrap up, I want to invite the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to be a part of the transformation. When we say that we are going to transform, we are going to transform. It's not always going to be easy. I want you to know that. There are going to be challenges. But at the end of the day, you will see the clear path to get us where we want to go. We really have the opportunity for once and for all in our history to be self-sustaining, sustainable, and truly free. Let us not give up that opportunity. And so this today is just a step in the right direction. I want to, of course, wrap up by saying that this house will go to someone from the area. And just allow me to read very quickly as to who would receive this home. This home will go to a 41-year-old woman from the area who was born right here in Conaree. She works on the STEP program, where her job is an environmental worker as part of the Parks and Beaches department. She has been working there for some time. She has 3 children, 3 girls that she has raised, age 21, 18, and 15. She's a minimum wage worker, and of course she recently had an increase, and she's known to be a very hard worker. And she's very deserving of this opportunity that she can call her own home, where her family can settle in more comfort and peace. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak of Miss Huggins, and I think that she's here with her family. She's right here. Let's put your hands together for her. Shamara, you will get everything that was spoken of, including her groceries. Okay. And I want to add that you get free internet from cable for 1 year. Free internet from cable for 1 year. And yes. And all the furniture that are in the home, that furniture belongs to you as well. So you'll get a home with furniture, gas, food, internet, and cable. And I think you'll be able to move in tonight. So put your hands to her. Together for her. All right, and so our goal is to make many, many more people as happy as Shamara and her family is today. Thank you all for coming out. We continue to build towards a sustainable island state and meeting the needs of our people. Without God, this would not have been possible. So we want to thank God as well for all that we are achieving. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. And I think the Honorable Prime Minister went straight into our next item. So I'm going to take this opportunity to re-invite the Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Dew, our Deputy Prime Minister and Minister with Responsibility for Human Settlement, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Mr. Singh of the East Coast Housing Development Limited, and our Chairman, Mr. Sean White. And I also invite the recipient of our first smart home, Shamara Huggins. Thank you very much, Honorables and Chair. Shamara, we say congratulations to you and your family. A home is a place of peace and rest. And we wish you from NHC all the peace and all the rest in your new home with all the additives to it. I wish that is going to go through to everyone else. Minister, I'm putting you on the spot so that he's going to go through for everybody else, at least some portion of the additives. Thank you very much. Okay, I now invite Ms. Sandra Blackman-Riley, who is the chairperson for organizing all of this, and she's going to give the official vote of thanks.
Gratitude is one of the most powerful human emotions. Once expressed, it changes attitude, brightens outlook, and broadens our perspective. Quote by Germany, Kent, an American print and broadcast journalist, television actor. Good morning, all. Madam Chair, allow me to adopt the protocol that was so ably established, save and accept that I wish to recognize the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Ju, our Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley, Minister responsible for housing et al. My name is Sandra Blackman-Riley. This morning, I am tasked with the responsibility of giving the vote of thanks. It is indeed an honor and privilege to be asked to give the vote of thanks at this momentous occasion. Giving the vote of thanks can be very easy as I come to the podium and say, thanks, and my task here will be completed. However, it can also be daunting task to thank everyone. Reason being that if you fail to include anyone who played a critical role, one can be chastised for this omission. So today, I will try my utmost best to make this mention, to mention all the majority role players. First and foremost, it is said in everything that we do, we should put God first. Therefore, I would like to thank the Almighty God for allowing us to be here. Thank Him for all His mercies, health, strength, and good weather. Thank you, Pastor Matthew, who invoked God's blessing on today's proceeding. Honorable Prime Minister, thank you for taking time for your busy schedule to be here this morning. We thank you, Prime Minister, for your superb leadership, foresight, vision in making it possible for providing affordable housing for the people of St. Kitts and, by extension, Nevis. I dare say this is just the beginning of what to come. Honorable Prime Minister, let me extend a heartfelt thank you to you and your team on behalf of the person who will benefit from this initiative. Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Hanley, thank you for the brief remarks and for being very instrumental in making this a reality. As you are aware, he's not only responsible for National Housing Corporation, but for the housing revolution we are about to witness St. Kitts and Nevis. Mr. Hanley is a staunch believer in making this reality. His efforts are noted and commendable. As the Minister responsible for National Housing Corporation and the overall success of this event, sir, I thank you for all you have done ensuring that today, we are here today and to be able to deliver on your promises. Cabinet members, which includes Honorable Attorney General Mr. Gart Wilkin, Cabinet Secretary Mr. Marcus Natter, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Sustainable Development Mr. Shesdor Tyson, Director of Planning Unit Mr. Austin Farrier, and Mrs. Boncampo, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Human Settlement. Along with your hard-working team, we thank you for your presence. It will be vital and critical that you be here with us. To the East Coast Development Limited, please allow me to say thank you to Mr. Brian Singh, the Executive Chairman. You have embraced us here in St. Kitts as your new family. Mr. Singh, along with your entire team, thank you for all the hard work you have put in to make this initiative a reality. To our financial partners here in St. Kitts, thank you for ensuring that persons from every walk of the life benefits. I must mention St. Kitts Nevis and Good National Bank Limited, Development Bank of St. Kitts Nevis, the Republic Bank of St. Kitts Nevis Limited, First Federal Bank, and the Police Corporate Credit Union, and Bank of Nevis Development. Without your partnership, this would not be possible. To the contractors, you know that you are very near and dear to the heart of NHC. And so we say thank you for all your dedication over the years. And as we prepare to embark on this leg of journey together, we expect great things from you. To TDC, thank you for the lovely furniture being gifted today. I wish to thank the media being here, who will ensure that the occasion become broadcast with People Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and the entire world. Thank you to the general public, and specifically the residents of Conaree. With this project has been constructed. Thanks for your patience and understanding. We appreciate you. To you, the homeowners, continue to be thankful to God for all his blessings, and I say, enjoy your new home. It would be remiss of me if I did not mention the Board of Directors of National Housing Corporation, led by Mr. Sean White, our General Manager, Ms. Janelle Wallins, and the entire staff. Let me say thank you for the organizing the splendid ceremony and to acknowledge all within the organizing committee who have tirelessly ensuring that today's event is successful. If I omitted anyone, please forgive me. This is by no means a deliberate action, but I say thank you very much for all you have done. In concluding, I wish to underscore the value of NHC. We are very special, and together we strive as a team. This is what makes us successful in all we undertake. Today is testimony of the team effort from the turning of the first shovel to today's handing over ceremony. I once again would like to genuinely thank everyone. We appreciate your effort in making this event a success as we continue raising standards. I wish to thank you, the audience, for sharing this occasion with us. Thank you, and thank you. I wish to end the quote of thanks with a quote from Jacques Martini. Gratitude is the most exquisite form of courtesy. I repeat, gratitude is the most exquisite form of courtesy. Have a wonderful day. May God continue to bless all of you. Thank you.
Very often, the person who delivered the vote of thanks is not thanked. So I want to thank Ms. Riley for thanking you for being here. I'm going to take this opportunity to give our new homeowner a chance to say her thank you. And then we will go right on to the cutting of the ribbon. And from there, we'll journey to Taylor's to do a similar, but not as lengthy ceremony. Just handing over of the keys.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to say a great thank you to Dr. Terrence Joe and everyone to help me to get this beautiful home. Thank you.
Let me mention that the house in Taylor's is a 3-bedroom home. So we, in Conaree, we're going to open the doors to the 2-bedroom, and then we journey to Taylor's. The one in Taylor's is a 3-bedroom home. Well, she have her keys, but I would hope and trust that everyone would have already had an opportunity to see the house from the 3 days opening that we at NHC, courtesy of Mrs. Singh, would have extended to the general public and to groups. And I'm sure if you ask nicely, I'm sure Ms. Huggins have no problem with boasting off for people to come and see her house. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your patience with us this morning. And I want to thank you and ask you to have a safe journey back to your various offices, homes, or wherever your destination may take you. Thank you.
NHC, and by extension, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, we are very, very happy to partner with the East Coast Housing Development Limited on the construction of 2,400 homes for deserving families in St. Kitts.
What we are doing here is not building houses, we are building homes, as the Minister and the Prime Minister said rightly. When you look at the quality of work that we have produced, it's second to none. St. Kitts has not seen this type of technology before. Walls are loaded. Normally, conventionally, you have the walls and then you put the concrete roof. So you have a joining. With our system, you come up with the walls, the concrete is filled and it comes over the roof into the other side. So there's continuity. Yet still we have sealant, we have sealed the roof also. And we are ensuring that it doesn't leak or whatever have you.
You could take 2-story and it's a solid concrete house. It's like a retaining wall. You have 16 inches apart, steel, horizontal and vertical, every 16 inches and every 10 inches. So basically the panel that they use is actually to hold the concrete, so it's like an extra support. So if you're asking me about the construction, yes, it's a good construction because it's strong, because all steel and concrete.
Because of the roof that we have, and this is not the conventional structure of roof. We have deck pan that we use, which is strong. We are saying that you can build on top. You could use continue to use our method, our technology, or you can also use the normal brick and mortar technology.
All my workers are locals in St. Kitts. I work with St. Kitts and Nevis people in the Federation. We have very good contractors in St. Kitts. I know them capable to do the job.
Each house will come with a refrigerator, a stove, and a rooftop water heater. Every single of the 2,400 homes that we build with come with that. We are raising the standard of home ownership and home provision in the Federation.
We cannot wait to see the build out of these 2,400 homes, where 2,400 families will be very excited to call a place their own.